can't shake off a 15-year love tangle. He's no quitter. Meanwhile, Jaber's in trouble helping Zuko with a wild identity swap. Subtitles. The rabbit's underlings have arrived, and Jaber was well prepared to endure a punch from the deceased, only to discover it's merely a little rabbit kid. So he pretended to go get the documents, tricked the two hitmen, and swaggered right out through a secret exit. After blowing up his own salon, Jaber wants to hold Zuko responsible and decides to stick around the town forever. A woman just happens to stroll. Subtitles. Suddenly, a few young hoodlums stopped her, and as soon as she resisted, she was dragged into an alleyway. Just as these thugs were about to do something illegal, Candy showed up and tried to sweet-talk them into letting her go. They didn't back down, sending a newbie to spar with Candy, who knocked him out in no time. Just when Candy was about to chase them off again, he got whacked from behind. The leader decided to impersonate Anna. The rest of the thugs stepped out, while Patrol Officer May noticed something off. May shot decisively, sending them scrambling, and when Zuko arrived on the scene, Anna and Candy were safe. The sudden chaos startled May, and everybody comforted her before sending her back to the precinct. Investigations revealed they were frequent troublemakers with past offenses. This gang was surprisingly loyal and tight-knit. After some group chat, they decided to take revenge for their bro, and the next day the thugs were lurking outside the precinct. May rushed out with her weapon, but the thugs sped off on their motorcycles. As she prepared to chase, she discovered a flat tire. Coincidentally, it was the annual witch festival, and Zuko was on duty. Suddenly, the motorcycle thug showed up again, wreaking havoc, and chaos ensued. Zuko was running around like a headless chicken, but Rebecca seized the moment and stabbed one of them. Everyone was shocked. This attack resulted in several injuries, and the mayor was forced to hold a meeting to comfort everyone. The locals were furious, demanding an end to the festival, but then Kurt mischievously appeared. He offered to cover all losses and promised to bring in his bodyguards for protection. Kurt wanted to gain their favor with this offer. The townsfolk were all for it, but Zuko wasn't having it. He didn't want Kurt meddling in local governance, and he wasn't going to interfere with Kurt's business. After the meeting, Rebecca's dad handed her over to the sheriff, but she faced legal measures for self-defense. After leaving the dagger behind, everyone dispersed, and that night, Rebecca sneaked into Zuko's attic. Zuko pulled out his gun and subdued her. While just out of the shower, May was startled by unexpected gunfire. As she dashed out with her weapon in hand, the punks had already sped away on their motorcycles, and upon turning around, she found her house engulfed in flames. She could only watch helplessly as her house burned, and when Zuko arrived on the scene, he learned it was May's birthday. Zuko didn't want to see May anymore, he just wanted to forget her birthday entirely. Meanwhile, she was homeless, so Zuko arranged for her to stay somewhere temporarily. When Zuko returned to the tavern, he found Kurt waiting, with a barely alive thug locked in the trunk. Turns out one of Kurt's men had captured a thug at the bar. Kurt pointed out that capturing thugs wouldn't help, as they'd just get bailed out and be back on the streets. Zuko came alone to clean up the thugs, all for May's safety. He was so furious at the tavern he felt like he was killing his own birthday. The next day, Zuko stuffed a few bodies into his car, sending Jaber off to deal with them in some remote spot. But May received a mysterious birthday gift, only to find some thug skull rings inside. She started piecing things together. Next day, Agent Fubler arrived in town to investigate Kurt's drug case, but found nothing and decided to stick around for more days. A long-distance bus pulled into town and a disheveled man got off. Subtitles, however. At this very moment, he got promptly arrested by the cops. What a way to truly serve the people. The deputy called in, announcing they caught a special criminal wanting to chat with the sheriff. Subtitles. Zuko arrived at the police station and was greatly shocked upon seeing the criminal. It's none other than his old buddy. Flashback to 15 years ago when Hugo got caught for stealing diamonds. The rabbit had inside connections in the slammer. The rabbit pressured him for info on Anna and the diamonds. Hugo got beaten daily, living a life worse than a dog. But there was a person who was willing to help him and took good care of him when he was injured. What a true angel. Hugo took him to a restaurant for a hearty meal, even got him a new outfit and some cash. Hugo told him to find a place to start fresh and never come back. The next day, he showed up at the precinct again and ended up getting arrested once more. Turns out, he never left the town, lost all his money, and caused some trouble. Hugo helplessly took him back to the tavern.